Hi, I'm Erik Linask. I'm here at the Miami Beach Convention Center on the exhibit hall floor at our 21st IT Expo event. Talking now with president of a company called ConnectMe, Scott Seltzer. Scott, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Erik.
It's been an exciting couple of days. Certainly some buzz on the exhibit hall floor here last night and today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great show.
Now, one of the things that let our audience know too. ConnectMe recently launched one of the newest channels on tmcnet.com, the hosted PBX channel. What's so important about the hosted PBX market right now? Because there's a lot of people talking about hosted.
Yeah, I mean, what's really important about it is that, especially for the smaller business, it enables them to sort of level the playing field with a larger company. So we can provide the same types of features and communications abilities at a very high-end, expensive piece of equipment would provide without having to worry about maintenance and having to worry about moves and having to worry about just keeping up with that equipment. So it's a monthly flat rate fee. So from an economic standpoint, it's a good choice for a small business to make right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, along those lines, I'm also hearing, and there are both sides to this one. There are people, though, who are saying, you know what? Larger enterprises are getting more and more interested in hosted too.
That is happening now too. That's right.
Is it for them? Is it really a cost savings issue as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, at some point, it doesn't really matter whether something's hosted at your premise or something's hosted at someone else's premise. It ends up still being an IP PBX one way or the other. So if it's a cost-effective choice for you to go hosted, then great. I mean, our company has a little more focus in the SMB space, or for a larger provider that maybe has a lot of branch offices or a franchise type situation. But there's definitely a lot of players out there more focused on large enterprise, and that is starting to work.
Right. And then, of course, in addition to the cost, you also don't have to worry about service and maintenance, right?
Service and maintenance are huge. Maintenance for equipment can sometimes be as much or more than the entire cost of a hosted PBX that also includes the telecom time. So
right. So now, tell me a little bit more about ConnectMe. What are some of the features, some of the services that you guys are offering small and mid-sized businesses?
Okay, so we are a proprietary system. We've built our own software, so we can integrate into other platforms. We can work with resellers and private labeled situations. We have a lot of flexibility, but of course, you have the auto attendant, you have call recording for inbound and outbound calls, which has really been a huge feature for us.
Is that on demand or for all calls?
We make it for all calls, but if they prefer it to be on demand, then it's on demand.
Okay.
It can be sent out to your email, it can be played online. You have a ton of flexibility with everything we do. Then, of course, all your standard high-end PBX type features, ACD queues, call transfer, extension to extension dialing, things of that nature.
Now, what about handsets? Do you work with, do you have your own, or do you work with different handset vendors?
We have two choices that we promote, although we can work with pretty much anything. We generally, for a lower end user that already has a telephone, we may provide a Grandstream ATA. Mm-hmm. For others, we'll provide the Polycom SoundPoint phones. So
those are certainly two well-known brands that you'll find here on our exhibit floor as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you find? How do you get your name? How do you get the idea of a hosted PBX out to market?
Well, hopefully TMCNet's going to help us a lot with that.
Fair enough.
We have channels out there. We do a lot of paid advertising and things of that nature, paid search.
So we started out talking really about why is hosted hot. And one of the things is, of course, there's so many different hosted providers. How do you succeed in such a competitive market?
Well, I think you need to focus on your customer service and your ability to be flexible and your ability to create the solution that the customer really needs. Mm-hmm. And that's our focus.
What does it mean? And this is very common language here. What does it mean when you talk about the SMB market and you're saying enterprise features, enterprise grade VoIP for the SMB? What does that mean to you?
Well, from a feature perspective, some of the features I had mentioned, I think are traditionally found a little bit more in the enterprise, the call recording, the ACDs, things of that nature. But there's also just the quality of service and the reliability of service. So again, with SMB, for example, probably isn't going to have a facility that has environmental protections and power protections and security and things of that nature that we're going to be providing for them, and the redundancy and all those types of services that, like I said, an SMB attorney's office probably not going to have that.
Fair enough. What are you expecting from the show here? What are you expecting from IT Expo?
Well, I'm hoping to meet, first place, some vendors that we may be able to work with to further enhance our offerings. I'm hoping to meet partners that may be able to work with us on cross-selling type opportunities. And if we pick up customers, that would be great too.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We've been talking here with ConnectMe's Scott Seltzer. And for more about ConnectMe, don't forget to check out the hosted PBX channel on TMCnet, which is recently launched and sponsored by ConnectMe. Scott, thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you, Erik.